Working on preparing a 3D print, and then I'll go streaming and all. Virtual background. Can I do a virtual background? Cool. But that's not what I need to do right now. I was working on. Great. Are things crashing? I think things are crashing. Fine, I'll just restart the stream. Ooh. Cool. Okay, that is cool, and I'm going to experiment with that later, but not right now. There we go. So, chat on. No music because I'm not interested. You're not going to see it, but I'm currently preparing files for my 3D printer. And I'm going to print coins. And I'm going to print 3 at the same time, because that's what I'm comfortable with. Found out that that's the amount they can print. So I'm resizing them now. And then I can see if my printer, my camera for the printer is actually aimed correctly. So let's placement, slice it. And this should take about 40 minutes. And I don't have to put the camera on because, you know, I'm sitting right next to it. There we go. Right. I have to see if I can have a nice split screen over here. And if you do hear something humming, that's the reason why. Okay, now, first of all, I'll show the difference between the first and the new printer. This is the old one, lots of stringing. And let me grab one. This is the new one. Oh. Practically no stringing. Did have to change some settings. So I have to print it quite finely. This is the thinnest I can print, but there is some fixing that needs to be done. So I'll start with that. I also printed coins. And that too, it needs a little bit of cleanup because it's so thin. I did try printing it on the normal setting. Let's see if I can find that coin. The standard setting, but it didn't change that much. Let's see. This was the normal setting, the standard setting. So yeah, these little edges are then not there. So, but it has some issues with the thin pieces. So let's first try Okay, the 3D printer has just cleaned the nozzle, or is still busy with the nozzle cleaning. And it's auto bed leveling. Where is my cable? My cable. For my heating element. My heat pen thingy. I need a little bit of scrap. And that hole is plugged. So you do have a little bit of, because the walls are so thin, you have to sometimes plug a little bit of a hole. That's what you get for thin walls. But to be honest, this is less work than the previous version. And this is a great way to use up all your scraps. This needs quite a... Oops. This one. I actually need a third hand. So the prep time of this printer is a bit longer. I mean, the other printer was already done by this time, but it saves a lot of time. And I think this is the best I can fix it. And I need to cover the rest with paint, so. And at least this is practice in fixing those things. Sorry if I'm not talking, but this is very fiddly work, and like I said, I need a third hand. There we go. This one is pretty much fixed. Great. This one was too weak. And this is why I save all my scraps. The others didn't have that one, so I guess it's just this one. Okay, I'm just gonna plug this as a hole. Okay, and piece of string. Right, and this is quite a big hole anyway, so no, I needed you to go in there. There we go, plug that hole. I'm getting better with plugging holes and the likes. Of course, the rest will be painting. Okay, so this one can harden. By the way, I did apparently forget to, this one wasn't really needed, just a little stringing over here. I did forget to send one coin, so that will be printed later. Did design it, just forgot to send it. have to keep in mind that my field of view is now even smaller than usual. Maybe I should put this on the standard setting because this is quite a lot of work. That might not be needed. Did I miss a stringing over here? These are the Serenade Moon coins. Because next year is the Serenade Moon character's turn. And let's see, this one is Liz, Derek, so brother and sister, Gios, Mocha, and this is Eliza. She is Gios' counterpart, hence why their coins look alike so much. One is about darkness and the other is about light. And I want to make it easy on myself and spray paint all the backs of the next year's character in gold and coins. There's the light. Skitty Ocean. Missed the spot. And then we have Tiamat the Dragon. Guardian of Dreams. But the stringing is a lot less, so this is already a lot easier. And I think this is Gaia. Yeah, this is Gaia. Lady Gaia. Guardian of Earth. Mika. Soldier of the Spirit. And then we have Zack. I did create the files, save the files a bit bigger than that I intended to print them, so that the printer had to downscale. That might be an issue as well. And then one of the musical soldiers, Reenies. She also has another form. Black Storm, Black Hurricane, Black Typhoon, and Black Thunder. Black Thunder, Black Storm, Black Typhoon, and Black Hurricane. And I think she was Black Hurricane. If I'll ever create a coin for that or a new standee, I'll make sure she gets a matching coin. I decided to give all the Serne Moon characters matching coins. Okay, and let's, while we're at it, remove the stringing over here. The issue I had with my previous printer was possibly because of bed leveling and then a clogged nozzle and then a clogged filament extruder and then a broken filament extruder. So we're still in shot. Nope. My printer sometimes likes sounds like those stereotypical jungle sounds with howler monkeys and all. It's at 56% right now, so I'm just trying to neaten this up a bit. Like I said, this tool keeps on heating, cooling down, heating, cooling down. Either that or this thing doesn't get a continuous stream of, maybe that's it, that it doesn't get a continuous stream of heat and therefore has issues maintaining the heat. I think this isn't getting enough power. That's the issue. And that might be because there's a 3D printer connected. So let me grab a power bank because a power bank should do the same. Let's see. Maybe this changes the game. I don't think this gets enough power from it. Okay, this is getting very annoying. So I'm gonna grab a different tool, which means you need to cool down a lot. Let's see, it should be here in this drawer. But which side of the drawer? Is it in here? I think it was hot glue, so that's not it. Oh, there it is. What do I have here? Not the tool that I need. In fact, I could pull this right out, should already prove. It doesn't fit in here. Okay. Let's grab a thin one. I think this is a decent one. Let's see how this will work. This should be temperature controlled, so there we go. First we're gonna turn it on, 200 degrees. Jar, so I can put it away safely if needed. This is already cool enough. This is heating up. Never remove the film. I think I need 250 should be enough. Okay. Okay, that is something I need to keep in mind. This is just a soldering iron. But this is a temperature controlled one, or at least so they claim. Considering PLA melts in about 200 degrees, I put it on 250. But I have a feeling this is a left-handed iron, soldering iron. Let's put it on 300. This is not much better, but at least the temperature is stable. Maybe it hasn't really heated up just yet, but there we go. I'm glad I have the door open because I smell the burning. Or the melting, whatever you want to call it. Always be careful not to turn your, put your paper towels aflame. Maybe a pin would be nicer, but I want to both remove strings and smoothen out a bit. I think I'll just I'll use wall filler for that. I had an idea for these two girls, and materials are on their way, so let's prepare these two. Okay, it's done. But I'm going to let it cool while I work with this incredibly hot tool of 300 degrees Celsius. I am going to spray paint the back of these two. I think I do need a pin because this is not going great. Okay. So this now needs to cool so I can get a pin. Let's see, this is quite a thin pin. This is a longer pin. So we'll just have to wait until this one's cooled down. Meanwhile, I need to cool the plate and I'll just wave it around so it cools faster. I'm going to use the normal setting for the next ones. Let's see if that helps. Standard. And let's see. Great. It forgot all about the existence of my memory stick. Where is Cecilia? Cecilia. Ira Nohaya. And Eva. Now, we're going to add Ignis, Ish, and Kem. So that's 2 Serenade Moon and 1 Forever Young. Nee. Okay, it doesn't do that. So I need to put them one by one. First Ignis, then Ish, and then Kem. Uniform scaling, 50, 50, and 50. And then uniform scaling out, off, and then it's free, free, and free. The plus side of this software is that you can send it from here to your printer. So you don't have to hassle with little, what's it called again? SD cards. This should take about 45 minutes again. 13 grams of filament expected. And of course, it will first start with cleaning the nozzle and bed leveling and etc. So that, okay. How cool are you now? That's still quite hot. I don't need you, but cool down. Some more over there. Getting an important message, so I need to check that first, which is fine. It's currently warming up the print bed. When your mom sends a message, you always respond. Unless you have a very toxic mother, then it's okay if you don't, but I don't have a toxic mother, so I should respond. Not yet hot enough. Starting to get sticky, so there is some heat transfer. This is what you get for the lower setting of filament. I mean, I can easily fix this with, what's it called again? Gesso and paint, so you wouldn't see it. But, you know, if you don't have to, that makes this all the easier. But Cecilia, High One of Death and Justice, Era no Haya, Earth and Family, I think. And I miss Iranushka. Right, yes, Irana Hayes. And this is Effa, Chaos and Dreams. While I love all the symmetrical designs, Effa has an asymmetrical one on purpose. Let's see if I can remove the stringing with this temperature. Oh, yes. So you can't really smooth that much with this tip, but considering stringing is the most important issue, don't put your finger against the hot end. One of these will get a pink background back and the other will get a black one. The other one will be black and white and the other will be pink and, well, mostly white, but might be a bit creamy. "15 minutes already in and good afternoon." My printer's being all print-me again. Is a string. It's a thick one. It's currently bed leveling, or no, it's currently printing already. Something is getting hot out here. And like I said, I have an ID for both Chi and Elda, hence why I'm removing the stringing already instead of focusing on my original characters. But the original characters just need to gesso anyway. So I just turn it off. Seriously, the on switch on this soldering iron is on a very inconvenient place. So, stringing of cheetah. All right, you had a flooding. Already got a drying machine running, or isn't that covered? This one has a little hole. It was very strange how these two are the same roll but filament, but so different of color. I'm glad not much is lost. You already had enough misfortune as it was. Also, because of privacy, I'm not going to mention everything. Just if you find this a very weird, out of the blue response, it's probably because someone in the chat mentioned something and I'm responding to that. Let's clean the tip. But like I said, the new ones barely have any stringing, so there's less to fix. I'm gonna see what happens when I put the next coins on normal setting, if you still get the detail. If so, then the coins should be at the standard setting and the standees at fine setting, or I just have to live with thicker lines with the standees as well. I mean, it's not much difference, but you know. And because my smoothing iron is just going off and on with the temperature, I just grab my soldering iron for removing all the string. And that has a nice tip. Previous tip was nice for smoothing, but not for details. Why is there... Come on. Come on. No spider on me. I just tossed it on the floor, don't worry. I'm scared of spiders, but if they're tiny, then it's okay. I think this is most of the stringing done. I'll probably find some stringing when I'm gessoing it. And like I said, I technically need a third hand for hole plugging. Sure, I can get a bank wrench or whatever it's called, but Yeah, I had a flooding in my bathroom once, just a small one. And from that moment on, I decided to put everything in plastic containers. If it's an area that can get wet, then I won't put anything on the floor that can get wet. But you only learn that after the event, never before. Okay, I think I'm just going to do that with gesso. So let's see, because I still have a few that have stringing. So I'm doing a couple more so I can gesso them. I'm glad that I managed to finish the high ones, because those were a priority project. I still have a few priority projects. For example, Charmeleon is going to be a priority one. Because I believe that's the freebie for January. These stringed ones were made on my old 3D printer. No, we will not give away our old broken one for someone to fix. We're gonna try and fix it ourselves. But we need time and rest for that, and we don't have that at the moment. Mm. And Umi is going to be a freebie for next year as well. I'm gonna check when the re-release of Magic Knight, of reboot of Magic Knight Rare is gonna be. And see if I can time it up with that month. I did not know beforehand Magic Knight Rare would get a reboot in 2025. So it's just a coincidence. I just picked my favorite characters. I already mentioned it, but next year I won't make standees. I won't will make magnets out of it, and that the reason for that is space. I don't have that much space to put that much standees. Did some editing yesterday, so that was nice. I had hoped that before this month I could send it back to the translator for editing, but that didn't work out. But at least I think it should be doable to finish it this month. And I probably have it back again next month. And the second round always goes a lot faster than the first round. The only downside is that the Dutch version has mostly 3 rounds. English version only has 2 rounds. Okay. This, of course, was a little bit printing error, but that had probably to do with my bed leveling. That wasn't good anymore, and I didn't know that could happen. That's why I picked a new printer that does automatic bed leveling. Takes about 5 minutes. Okay, let's see. What do I have here? Those are for the year after. So, and my burn wound is starting to itch. Mau Mau. Mau Mau is also one for next year. And I had put her on the list before I knew season 2 was getting released in 2025. So that's also a lucky coincidence. You should do this in a well-ventilated area. Well, I have my door open. That's an outside door, so make sure it can't fall close. I do apologize if I'm sometimes out of focus, but like said last week, I'm working with a hot iron, 300 degrees. So sometimes I need to pick safety over aesthetics. Should I? Yeah, I should soon split the stream up, but after Mao Mao. Now I remember. This printer sometimes sounds like a old Senseo coffee machine. No, I don't drink coffee. In this case, the wobbliness might actually adhere to the herb, make it look more like a plant. This one had so much stringing. Okay, so I still have plenty to de-string. Don't worry about that. That's still going to be a couple of streams. But the next stream is gonna be gessoing. So I'll be right back. Don't worry, I'm gonna turn it off and turn it on, so that shouldn't take too long. So let's see. I need to end stream. There's the button. So if I see you on YouTube, see you next week. And otherwise, see you in a minute. Bye bye.